Good day, everyone. I am Olutola Adekeye, and my co-authors are Dr. Lucilia Rodriguez, Dr. Lona Kiamba, and Mr. Aminu Bena. I'm here to present a paper titled Towards Developing Sustainable Maintenance Guidelines for Heritage Architecture of Northern Nigeria. This study was conducted in Nigeria, a sub-Saharan country that has three major ethnic groups: in the western part, Yoruba; the southern part, Igbo; and in the northern part, the predominant ethnic group is Hausa, and they are led by a monarch called an emir. Like most monarchs, the emir resides in the palace, and these palaces have a cultural heritage. Heritage buildings globally are threatened by human and natural factors such as globalization, population growth, and climate. These challenges lead to degradation and extinction of these heritage buildings. MS palaces in northern Nigeria are prominent examples of heritage buildings, and these palaces are notable for unique traditional designs, architectural characters, decorations, and planning that portray the cultural identity of northern Nigeria. Sustainable strategies for preserving these heritage buildings include timely intervention measures and maintenance initiatives. For this ongoing project, the case study was on Gwandu MS Palace located in northwestern Nigeria. Different scale of rating variables were used to ascertain the following: the rate of dilapidation of cultural identity features, the reflection of cultural character, current state of indigenous ornamentation, use of traditional materials, and spatial planning. The study concludes that a strategic maintenance plan towards restoration initiative on the building fabric could guarantee the sustainability of palaces. What is an MS palace? Traditional landscape of historic cities are strong and powerful cultural manifestations from the past to the present, and the process of conservation and restoration of heritage buildings of every community is of great importance that needs to be carefully studied and analyzed. A typical example of this is the MS Palace type found in the northern states of Nigeria. The MS Palace is a traditional house for a monarch, which is also an official building designed and constructed with grandeur and traditional decorations. It is considered a prestigious monument with historical features symbolic to the culture and the history of Hausa people, who are known as the largest ethnic group in sub-Saharan Africa. The palace is constructed in rich decorations on its facade and customarily located at the center of the city. There are 39 notable palaces with beautiful traditional outlooks in northern Nigeria, and the Palace of Gwendu in Birni Kebbi Town, Kebbi State, which requires conservation and restoration maintenance, was selected as a case study for evaluation. We selected the case study based on purpose and essential maintenance needs, as the palace physical character had been altered due to poor maintenance carried out that brought about changes to its character and cultural identity features. We developed and deployed a survey to ascertain the rate of dilapidation and other characteristics through interviews conducted with the occupants, palace managers, and building industry professionals. Documentation on the history of the palace and current challenges being faced by the case study building were analyzed to obtain primary data for this project. And lastly, questionnaires were prepared using cultural identity variables to ask participants to vote the level of acceptance and reflection of cultural character on the palace building. The analysis of the findings are represented in tables and the graph seen on the next two slides. Variables such as reflection of cultural character and the presence of indigenous ornamentations reflected on the palace building elements were evaluated as seen in Table 1. During the survey, questionnaires were distributed to a population of 180 people, and about 82% were completed by the respondents. The participants were asked questions centered around their level of acceptance and reflection of cultural character variables seen on the palace building. The survey showed that spatial planning of the palace remains unaltered, and the palace is still located at its original location in the traditional city center. 50% of the respondents indicated that the average application of cultural character of Hausa building form is symbolized on the palace main gate. 25% indicated the minimum use of traditional materials on the building elements. Furthermore, the survey indicated that the presence of indigenous ornamentation is non-existent on the palace, which illustrated that the entire palace building has been defaced from its original state over time due to series of maintenance carried out without considering a technical and sustainable method of restoration. This further proves that a strategic maintenance plan towards restoration initiative on the building fabric is needed. We also adopted the technical work guidelines for carrying out the conservation of historic buildings provided by ICOMO's policy document, which involves analyzing the effects of climatic factors on the palace building, checking the current state of all building elements, suggesting methods of restoration to be carried out, which could be the removal of some elements and replacement with new durable materials. And lastly, carrying out periodic maintenance after every 3 to 5 years. And in conclusion, it is evident there are changes and challenges experienced by the Palace of Gwandu. And these challenges include but are not limited to the following. 1. The loss of motif and ornamentation on the palace facade. 2. Restoring this ornamentation back to the palace facade to place them in their original state. 3. The palace building form still retains its shape and the original location of the traditional setting. And lastly, we have provided technical maintenance guidelines on how to achieve this restoration process. And this can be used as a template for any other palace facing the same challenges. And here are our recommendations. Thank you.